What's your biggest motivator? My biggest motivator? Oh my god. I think wanting to be the best. Like, I don't want anyone to be better than me. And whatever it is, I just want to be better than everybody else. Clark gets a nice two-handed rebound, pushes tempo the other way, pitches it over, splashes down another. Caitlin Clark, the passer, loving this. How Caitlin Clark saw that pass over McMahon and Green and all the defensive attention over the top, I don't know. Stolen away by Clark. Outlet pass, Molly deep, but Clark got it up, and it's another one. Another one. It's Tapper Lane, and Caitlin Clark pushing it. Clark's right underneath that screen. Clark's feed to O'Grady. It's freezing there. I remember having to clap my hands together on the catch. You can't really get a good grip on the basketball, and that's what you want as a shooter. Over the place. See the board work. Stealthy run in the floor. Approaching 90 seconds left here in Kinnick Stadium. Escaping woes early on. 2 of 9 from the floor. That's not going to cut it if you want to beat the top 3. Great play by Caitlin Clark. Wanted to travel in transition 3. Nurzay's her name, but she goes by NJ. The South struggling down low. Tung, the skip, Gable for 3. Yes. Why, yeah. She stood there, kind of waiting for the ball to come to her, and instead dialing Catholic. You got to grab that. Now, this is key. Bounce past to Bowles. Yes. I can't take anything away from her. Clark is definitely a Division I talent. Now Clark, running the fast break, gets it to Kate Martin. Another layup call. The energy's already up, and Iowa has seemed to have found a fast momentum getting the ball back and forth, so it's exciting to see what else they can bring on to the later quarters and see if FDU can keep up with the Hawkeyes. Yeah, first layup from Toomey goes. 21-9. Iowa already running fast. O'Grady gets it, and that one to fall. That did everything but go through. That would have been good if that one came in. They're so fast. What is looking? Who does she see? Marshall. 3 is already in this half. She can get high. Transition 3s are one of the hardest plays to go in basketball, and Marshall stops at the high level. This is what makes her such a special point guard. She gets her teammates taken away by Iowa. Caitlin Clark asking for the basketball. Slides it down with the bounce pass for the buzzer. She realizes that some of her teammates are open before they even meet her, and Caitlin Clark makes that one so easy. Slicing and dicing. Finished by O'Grady. They have fun. Yeah, they can talk a little too. Bounce pass from Clark, and a beautiful throw. The floor knows exactly where Cyndia Falter is going to be, and where she's going to get to. Caitlin Clark perfectly obscured the second throw. Bounce feet ahead. Marshall got a side swipe and scores. Next. And then Caitlin Clark behind the back. Up ahead to Gandhi Marshall. You know how good Caitlin Clark is, but I think sometimes Kate Martin is a little overshadowed. This is her 4th triple of the afternoon. She showed on that possession. They get nothing, and you have got to get back on. She catches Stoke slipping, and then here another pass over the top. Stoke, I understand she used to be a track runner, and you can see both her numbers. She bobbles it. Turnover of Falter. Layup not there. Beautiful fix, break opportunity. Clark whipping it to Martin. Not silence this crowd. Linking out ahead is Martin. She needs no space, and then the pass, threading the needle perfectly to Kate Martin. Clark to take it in transition. Hesitates in the corner. Look at the entire defense focused on her. Who does she see? Gabby Marshall in that weak side corner. Her ability to get it to the second side. Stolen away by Clark. Outlet pass. Molly Davis. First court. Got it up. There he is. Another just swipes that one. Molly Davis on the run. And so is Iowa. Caitlin Harper just off the mark, and quickly the other way. This is exactly what you look for. Holy cow. As good as it gets in transition on the move. I mean, boom, leading Kate Martin to the basket. She doesn't even have to break stride. Another turnover. Iowa can go over their total from Thursday night on this trip. Iowa continues to fire its defense to offense. Maybe not any better, Caitlin Clark, than pushing the ball in transit. She could have taken that shot. Clark slicing it up to Stolt. Of that sagging defense that makes you think a little bit too much. On the other end, Clark scoring all the time, but that's unbelievable right there. Last season, 76% in the free program. This season, 88. Nice movement, but absence. Angela Smith, an all-time Iowa great, by the way. Take a look. Right here. Capping is off the mark. Clark gets a nice two-handed rebound, pushes tempo the other way, pitches it over, splashes down another triple. 3, no good. We've seen a lot of those drops tonight. 4 of the Ramblers, 13 for 38. O'Grady the other way, off the clap. Her all-time scoring record. I know Dr. Christine Grant would be so proud if that gets, and she would want people to know if you run the court, Caitlin Clark is going to reward you. As Clark looks ahead, she knows her buddy, where Kate Martin is going. Leaving. Clark retrieving. And dropping. Caitlin Clark, the passer, loving this. Just falls off the front iron. Iowa controlling the glass, controlling it. Connection with Molly Davis. Hawkeyes are out and running, and they are up big. Two high school teammates going against each other right there. Gabby Martellette with Delia. Game ended. May have come out on fire. Caitlin Clark, using her vision, arguably the most valuable part of her game. 21 points already for the young woman with the basketball. Takes a look. Right here. Captain is off the mark. Clark gets a nice two-handed rebound. Pushes tempo the other way. Pitches it over. Splashes down. Another triple for the squad. The connectivity right here between these two. The chemistry. Kate Martin, the glue. That's what they call her. And she came through big time right there with the Jordanesque. Remaining out there along with Stolt is Warnock. And Senato on the bench. Marshall, nice. Senato off the rebound. Here's Clark. Marshall alone connects. Point shooting teams are never out of the game, and Iowa has upped the ante from the three-pointer, and if you like the gas video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Post for the deep post, but she can't put it away. Clark whipping it across the floor. There's that ball moving. Unable to respond right back. They've got 7 threes of their own. Molly Davis. Hawkeyes on the run. To a cutting tape. Davis, she is working hard defensively. Keeping Scalia, who was hot early, out of the mix offensively. Over 50% in transition. Sheldon from the corner, just off. And Iowa loves to run in transition. Caitlin Clark will find Molly Davis. And I couldn't see a thing, Zora. So how Caitlin Clark saw that pass over McMahon and Green and all the defensive attention over the top, I don't know. She gets it to Davis. Martin sets her feet. Yeah, by Rob Turner. Across court, Marshall. Clark again. She'll pull in transition. Nice lob. Stokey ring on her uphand game. Clark again. She'll pull in transition. Nice lob. Stokey ring on her uphand game. And then Clark will push together. Clark finding Marshall for 4 as Iowa is excited. An 8-0 run with a lot of flash to go along with it. And that was just beautiful in rhythm. 43% from long range. This is right there as Clark wants to go all the way. O'Grady will finish it off with the assist. Glasgow has been impressive with her footwork around the rim, little step-through ability. Another double-double for Clark for 4th this season. She needs 2 more to go top 10. 10 history. Here comes Clark. No numbers for Iowa yet. Late arriving. Driving kick, Davis 3. Knocks it down. This is a very good ice cream cone with a swirl of the chocolate and vanilla. To start out of the locker room for Drake. That didn't get back to him, did it, Martin? Gets deflected. 4 seconds. Here comes Clark ahead to Stokey. At the buzzer. It's good. Transition. We are in for an absolute treat. Here we see Hannah Stokey coming. Ball is loose. Knocked around, and here comes Clark. Fires up ahead. O'Grady is there for the 2. College basketball history. 63 points away. What a dunk. Stokey finishes on the other end. Keep that screen by Stokey. And speaking of Stokey, rim left. Get to the rim. And it was just over 200 points above her. Now it's less than that. Coming into this game, she's got the average 29 per game. Feels so good in that high ball screen action. The response. Big defensive play there. The Hawkeyes going to be tested by a loose side. One opportunity to beat that. So it's very possible. Absolutely. But you just have to have your. Take a look. Caitlin Clark sizing up the defense and then throwing a dart to the weak side to Hannah Stokey, who finishes it with it. They just haven't been able to finish on some buckets down. Stokey. When they do want to push, and they really want to utilize transitions so much. Right. It's fight or flight though. Stokey. Clark with her first rebound. It's a team from Minnesota that can shoot, but they've had some slow starts. They need a quick one tonight. Stokey. What happened the last time Iowa scored? It was an assist from Caitlin Clark. That makes her the all-time leader in program history for assists. Just remarkable. Watch it as she dribbles in, and just sizes up the defense. Draws a couple of defenders. She draws 2. Somebody's open. Another. And then off 2-3 dribbles. The pass ahead to Stokey. Continuing. Maybe a better player in transition, and I'll say you're on the right side of the line. Updates from the 3-point line. Only 6 made total. Now her partner there. Here comes Clark. Picked up the dribble. Finds a wide open Kylie Farbach for 3. And a 12-2 run overall. Kylie Farbach is a three-point shooter, and she said, "See, I'm a three-point shooter." Schrammick is trying to save it, but Falter pulls it down. Here comes Iowa with a 4-on-2 break. Easy peasy for Iowa. Into the arms of Clark. Clark in transition. Always dangerous. Finds the cutter. It's Martin who lays it in. And it starts with great defense. And Clark's like a maestro. It's like a yo-yo the way she plays a little bit. Walked it up. Gypped it by Addison O'Grady. Clark in the gympy. Off the glass it is. It was good to have a replay camera. That's the best part about it. Stalking down the floor. Fantastic job. And here's another look. Boom. In midair. Here is that last play. Caitlin Clark, you have to pick her up early. You have to get a hand in her face.
Try to take that.
Clark pushing. Finds Martin for 3. The transition now is good. Petticoat missed the first one. Delane Davis with an open 5. Iowa off guard a little bit. Iowa seems to see a lot of different defenses, and that is exactly what Caitlin Carlton did. Almost gave up her 4th. Nobody picked up Kate Martin in transition. And then Eck had it knocked loose. The breakout for Martin. Good jump stop. Here comes Caitlin. She loves transition. And here's looking back. That pass ahead. One dribble from Martin. Martin knows if I'm not the one that gets the rebound, I'm going to run ahead to the rim, be out in front of everybody. Martin to Clark. Wraps it around. Knocks out by Stoke. In fact, the difference for Kintley in the last 2 possessions is she's not catching it in the short corner. Stoke running the floor. Clark continues to grow. Another great pass, and Jada Chimpy hasn't gotten a lot of minutes. It's been deflected by Stoke. Clark in transition. 3 no good back guy, and rebounded by Clark. All the way up to Stoke behind the defense. Off the glass, and good. Defense by Stoke just made that a difficult shot. Look at Kate Martin run the floor in the feet. Thanks for watching, and subscribe this channel.